Hey guys, hi, welcome back once again. My name is Vaishali and today I want to talk about unknowing ourselves, or essentially unknowing the ideas that we had about ourselves. So if we notice and if we truly acknowledge, the last 2 years have been really hard on almost everyone. The pandemic pulled out a lot of stuff that we had pushed aside, that had kept collecting like a garbage on one side, and suddenly it surfaced up. Suddenly it came overboard. So the question is it just a small virus, or is it life itself that we had pushed aside is now coming onto the surface? Is it just a medical calamity, or was it an instrument that unhooked all of our so-called functioning dysfunctionalities? From the way I see it, it is a small microscopic life that brought life, human life, to a halt, that actually slowed down human life. The conveyor belt of all human created institutions, right from travel to movement to work to family to marriage to relationships to economies, everything had almost come to a halt. In fact, it was on a slow motion. And since we had gotten used to running so fast on the conveyor belt that we were always falling short of time, that we needed a weekend to take a break for ourselves, suddenly we were pushed off that conveyor belt. Suddenly it was difficult to find our own rhythms. Suddenly, all of the known predictable anticipatory patterns had been taken off. Suddenly, it had taken away all of the distractions, including that of the work, which in fact has been most applauded by almost all workaholics and everybody around those workaholics. Which brings also to light that we may shame certain kinds of holisms, alcoholisms, but we do applaud certain other kinds of escape mechanisms, most of which are called as workaholics. It had taken away all forms of distractions that we used to fill that inner void, but in its place, it has created many more distractions, which also somewhere brings to light that it is very difficult for us to engage with our own inner selves. It even gave us a long extended family vacation, one we probably always wanted, but was not the way we expected we'll get it. Because we were not required to pay for it. We were not required to really work hard and shell out our hard-earned money to go for a vacation, to pre-plan for a vacation. We were getting to be at home. And for most of us, we also realized that maybe too much of togetherness may actually cause more conflicts. Maybe too much of togetherness actually is more suffocating. Maybe we also realized that we do not know our family members as well as we thought we knew them. Maybe we also realized that we essentially do not know our own selves. So maybe somewhere it also highlighted that familiarity also breeds contempt. Maybe it also showed that we actually do not appreciate free stuff. Only when we buy something and we get something in free is the thing we appreciate. Maybe for the very first time, some of us are getting a first chance to get to know ourselves. Maybe we had an idea about who we are and why we are the way we are, but maybe the idea had us about who we should be. Let's take this opportunity to find out who we are, why we are, and how we are the way we are. So for those of us who can truly acknowledge this as an opportunity and make use of this time as an opportunity, let's try and understand that about ourselves before we once again hop onto the conveyor belt once this phase passes out and start running at a faster pace than we had ever done before, because we kind of assume that we have lost out on time. Let's try and utilize this time better to know ourselves better, to even unknow certain parts about ourselves that we had an idea about, that we should be like this, that we got to be like this. Let's try and figure that out for ourselves, and I will see you once again the next week. Till then, stay tuned in. And guys, if you do like the contents of my videos, please do like, share and subscribe.